What up, everybody, and welcome to Cinema with Justin and Freddie. Today, we're here to talk about the cinematic masterpieces everyone's been telling us, especially Justin to me, Dune Dos by Denis Villeneuve.
Fucking amazing.
Your thoughts, Justin?
I think that it was a very well done sequel. I think that I know a lot of people thought that the first one was a bit slow and everything.
I did too.
Well, I mean, it was setting up the story and everything. So, but this one really got into a lot of the meat of the story.
I feel like there was a lot of story in that first one, dog. What meat are you missing?
Well, no, okay, but it was all. It's like the first Harry Potter.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The first Harry Potter was whimsical and magical, and you felt like you could fly. It wasn't.
You can fly with the spice.
Yeah, you can fly pretty high with that damn spice.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a good chapter of the story. There's still a lot to be told in the overall story. I never read the books, but
your father did.
My father did, and he loved
Papa
the movie.
Justin.
Yeah, I actually went and saw it with him and my mom, and my dad loved the movie. So and that's honestly that was a big tell for me whether or not it was actually like more accurate than like the past ones. But no, I think overall it was really, I don't know, a really solid movie. My question is why do you not like it as much?
I never said I didn't like it. Okay, look here, man. All right. So when I went and saw the first Dune, I had just recently watched David Lynch's Dune.
Okay.
And here's the thing. David Lynch's Dune, a lot of people shit on it. David Lynch is like, I fucking hate that movie. But you know what? It helped him get the rest of his career. Got Patrick Stewart, you got Sting. The hell
I mean,
else could you
was
want?
very...
It's a big deal.
Like, well-rounded cast and everything. Like, there was a lot of big names in that movie.
And here's the thing about David Lynch's Dune. In my personal opinion, now this isn't me as a book fan. Everyone's going to come after my ass. But on a cinematic level... Thanks, dog. On a cinematic level of, okay, we're going to take this tome of a fucking story, condense it into one movie with an Italian producer, because that's how Dino De Laurentiis rolls, and popcorn it to the masses. Brad Dourif was in that movie, for fuck's sake. Chucky was in that movie.
The lips acquire stains. Stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
So here's the thing. I got a very quick, concise version of Dune that was like, here's all the shit going down. I was like, cool. Well, Denny's great. I loved Arrival. I finally watched Blade Runner 2049 because, honestly, the problem I had with that movie when it came out was which version of Blade Runner is it fucking sequelizing? Because there's like 8 of them. Who's the fucking robot? I don't know. Anyways, so I go in and I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see this. And I watch Dune Part 1 with a huge Dune fan who's like the entire time like, ah! And I'm sitting there like, dude, I've seen this. Like literally like a week ago. But like this is like longer, better acted, and prettier. But like, I'll be honest with you, I think Timothee Chalamet, especially in the first Dune, is boring as shit.
Okay, I will give you that. Okay, his performance.
People are like, Hayden Christensen has shitty wooden acting in the prequels. I'm like, my homeboy at least doesn't like sand. But like Timothee Chalamet's all like, Father, I was researching and the Bene Gesserit are here.
Okay.
Like, okay, dude, boring ass little scrawny white boy. We get it.
Yeah.
White savior complex.
Well, that's the episode.
No, okay. So I was like, okay, cool. My boy was like all excited. I hadn't watched it since it came out. The first Dune also has the problem of this was like right at the end of the pandemic, and HBO Max was still doing that day and release on streaming, same as in theaters. Yeah. So like I looked around the theater, I was like, this is a pretty full theater, but like for a fucking epic, like are they gonna have enough money to make a sequel? So like, but I didn't really pay attention to the streaming numbers. Just streaming numbers were high, just as high as with the theater numbers. So of course they're gonna make a sequel. Denny takes his time. So I'm at work and everyone's like, oh my God, Dune is the second coming of Christ. It's like everything I ever wanted. And then all these fucking fools were like, it's the next Star Wars. I'm like, bitch, Like, first of all, Dune inspired Star Wars. What do you mean it's the new Star Wars? Like, I love Star Wars, my fucking favorite thing. I'm not dumbass enough to be like, you know what, that fucking Dune movie's gonna be next Star Wars. Bitch, there would be no Star Wars without Dune. I'm well aware of Frank Herbert doing that. And George Lucas being like, this are some good ideas. It'll take a couple of days.
Yeah.
Spice. The Bene Gesserit or Jedi.
Yeah.
All right. But like, anyways, so I rewatched the first one recently to get ready. And I am equally bored. And there's only one scene, though, that I really like. And it's fucking awesome because it's Josh Brolin. The palace is under attack. And Josh Brolin comes out with the knife and all his fucking dudes. And he's like, Atreides! And fucking fiery bagpipes from hell are playing. And he's like, ah! And I'm like, ah! And then the next scene is like fucking Timothee Chalamet being like, I'm so scared, mother. What do we do? And I'm like, God, fucking damn it. Thanos was leading him to victory. And now this little bitch is here. So when I saw Dune 2 and it opens with that fucking sniper fight, I was like, oh, okay. And I think my problem with the first Dune, I did not care for most of the characters as much. Now, okay, fucking, my boy Skarsgård, always amazing.
Top notch.
But I only got like a cock tease of Javier Bardem. And in this movie, Stilgar is all like, I am here to save you all and I believe in Paul! Yeah. And I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah, like literally any little thing that Paul says or does.
Yeah.
It's as it is written.
Yeah.
As it is written.
No, for real. That being said, the scenes I love the most are any scenes with the Fremen, which is most of the fucking movie. Because I have come to learn in life, probably because I grew up with racist-ass white grandparents that didn't let me be Hispanic and didn't let me know I was Italian. I enjoy culture. Very much so. And even more so as a fan of the Ewoks and the idea of like a fucking civilization, a tribe, if you will, taking over a corrupt, like, megalomaniac fucking government or like big business or corporation or whatever have you. Yeah. I fucking love. So the Fremens were like dope. And I was like, holy shit, they're Tusken Raiders. Yeah. And as we all know, fucking Tusken Raiders rule. And I love goddamn Book of Boba Fett. I told you I'd get to talk about Book of Boba Fett. I'm bringing it in. All right? Sans, Boba Fett, Tusken Raiders, Fremen, it's all dope. It's all dope.
Yeah. But like, what was your favorite part of this, dude?
The Harkonnen planet. When Austin, Gordon Greenleaf from Yoga Hoser's butler, which, by the way, I don't give a fuck what Austin Butler does in life. He'll always be Canadian Satanist, Gordon Greenleaf from Yoga Hosers to me. Because they're like, that's Oscar-winning Austin Butler. I'm like, that's the Canadian Satanist. He got a wiener stuck up his ass that was dressed like Kevin Smith and killed him.
You're talking about the part where he's doing his little ceremony,
dude, and that whole fucking planet is amazing.
Is fucking amazing.
And then like Rorschach blocks his fireworks, and like everyone's just pale ass white, and even the guard in the arena look like fucking xenomorphs and shit. Yeah, like they all look like Geiger. That whole planet looked like something that H.R. Geiger jizzed out on the screen and was all like, ugh. My creation of perfection. And the entire time I was like, and Austin Butler doing the same fucking like voice dialect and everything that Skarsgård does. Yeah.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
And then that was transformative. Now, here's the thing. Everyone's like, this is the best villain since Heath Ledger's the Joker and so-and-so and so-and-so. They compared him to Javier Bardem from No Country for Old Men. I'm like, dog, Javier Bardem is in this movie? Yeah, like how you do not say that. Yeah, like he's dope in the movie, but I'm like, little homie comes in, he's all like, I'm gonna fuck you all up. And then he's all like, oh, scrawny white boy killed me. Like, he's still cool, but like, he doesn't come in till halfway through the movie, and there's a lot of fucking movie here. 3 hours of fucking movie. Yeah. And he only come halfway, and he only in there for a little bit. Yeah. You know who's in this less? Florence Pugh and Christopher Walken. And his only line is, because I feel like the whole time Christopher Walken basically didn't know he was there, and he's just like, damn, it's hot. Because that's the face he gives the entire. Yeah. Damn.
Guys, the lights are a little too bright.
It's so hot. Why the fuck are we here? On this hot-ass sand planet. Yeah. You like my robes? They're from home. Anyways, Florence Pugh's my daughter. I guess. Timothee Chalamet, whatever. Fuck you. I'm the emperor of the galaxy. Somewhere Ian McDermott.
I'm really surprised though that like he didn't do more of his iconic voice.
Well, I mean,
You know what I
Denny
mean?
was all like, you need to calm, you need
calm
to
down.
not talk.
They don't talk like this.
Yeah. I do love, one of my favorite things, there's this shot of Denis Villeneuve on set, and he's got his like computer out to like, do lines and shit like that, and on it is a picture of Charlize Theron as Furiosa and fucking Carrie Fisher as Leia that just says rebel, and I was like, Denny, dog, you speaking my language, son. Those are two of my favorite sci-fi ladies right there.
Yeah, like I wonder, like as a director, like knowing that this source material has inspired like big, franchises and everything.
He's
like,
got to know like what he's playing with.
Yeah. Like,
And he has to differentiate. Because that's the other problem is like, that being said, so many sci-fi movies and books since the original Dune came out as a book have fucking garnered and gained inspiration from it and used it and has pushed it out into pop culture that everyone has seen this way in certain ways. Not only that, but then there's also a whole ass another version of this movie that, like, love it or hate it, when you go to Alamo, there's a pre-show that recaps Dune 1, and it intercuts David Lynch's Dune, the 2000 Sci-Fi Channel Dune, and Dune Part 1. And I'll be honest with you, dog, like, other than the visuals and the acting, all three are the fucking same. Like, they say the same lines of dialogue, obviously, because it's from the book.
Yeah.
Half the time, they're acting almost the same. Like, and they intercut them, and I'm like, well, shit. Like, there it is.
I mean, I think that for sure, obviously, like, what really stands out between the two Dunes, right? Between David Lynch's Dune and, wow, I just forgot the name of the director.
Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. Like, the big difference is the effects.
Well, the effects, and I would say the acting.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I feel like the actors in Denny's Dune, I haven't seen the 2000s one, but the actors in Denny's Dune definitely understand it more. Whereas David Lynch, who like, he was very honest. Like, I don't care about this movie. It's a paycheck. And I fucking hate it. And most of the actors are like, I mean, the Baron Harkonnen is a fucking. Looks like he's wearing a gray Barney, or sorry, a brown Barney the dinosaur suit, and he's just like, ah!
Yeah.
And then Brad Dourif's up in there, if I remember correctly, has these weird fucked up eyebrows. He plays David Desmalchin's character, and he's got big ass forehead, and I'm like, Chucky? Like, Brad Dourif just escaped the cuckoo's nest, and he's on fucking like Arrakis, just fucking shit up.
God, bro. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I'll have to agree with you on the fact that the acting is also better.
I will say, as much as I bitch about him in the first one, Timothee Chalamet actually felt like did way more and like
way better in the second movie.
But I think the other part of that is him playing off of Zendaya was really good. Yeah, because she's always really good.
And they had really good chemistry. I think it was a big deal for it.
I've heard a lot of people complaining that like when they're together, it's too modern. Like they're like, oh, it's like it takes me out of the world and makes me because they act like two kids that fall in love in our world. I'm like, you kind of need that anchor though. For a fucking
love universal?
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm just saying, if it's a modern love, you need that anchor for the average Joe.
Yeah,
that's the problem too, man. Is like, here's my biggest problem with the latter half of the Harry Potter movies is like when Chris Columbus, fucking Gremlins and Goonies, was making those first two and then passed it off to Alfonso Cuarón in the third one. They were movies that.
Hot take, I didn't like the third one.
Well, he's an Oscar winner, so fuck you. Anyways, when they were making those movies, it's like, okay, so we're going to make these movies specifically for the people reading the books, but it's also going to encompass so much and like explain shit to you and ground it in a certain way to where an average audience can enjoy it as a popcorn film. Yeah. This is still a business. You still need to sell these movies, as much as I hate to say that. Yeah. But like, if you want to keep making more, that's kind of how it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the people that complain to me like, well, why the fuck is a movie ticket $14.99? I wouldn't like that in 1975. I'm like, in 1975, they didn't turn Josh Brolin into Thanos. I said that one time to somebody, and they went, oh, I guess you're right. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. But yeah, so people complaining about, you know, fucking like, it's a modern romance. I'm like, well, I dug it, and I didn't read the book. I was fuck, dude.
I didn't read the book either.
Yeah.
I think
I'm a simple man
That
who
just
likes
seems like-
love, Justin.
Me too.
I'm in love with love.
I'm in love with you.
Anyway, so fucking Tusken Raiders. I love them. If I'm in love with any man, it's Tamara Morrison. But it was back to Dune.
That hurts. Okay, yeah. What were we saying?
You're talking about fucking, you know, the relationship with Timothy and Zendaya.
Yeah, so...
Paul Madib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis! And then he says it in Fremen, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I think it's a stupid complaint.
Yes.
I think it's like you're saying, it's a business. You know,
Yeah.
it's like if they want to do the continuation of this story, they have to be able to get the masses to buy into it.
I will say, like, once again, having watched the, you know, David Lynch Dune, I was kind of surprised. I guess I wasn't too surprised that, like, his little sister wasn't born yet. Like, they're saving it for Messiah, which we're probably not going to get Dune Messiah for, like, another 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Denny's already said, he's like, I'm still writing it.
Yeah.
And in between that time, he wants to make a fucking Batman Beyond movie. Which I'm like,
I need this.
I want that.
I need it.
Like Michael Keaton
fucking need
as
it.
Bruce Wayne. Let's fucking go. Who would play Terry McGinnis? He literally goes, I want to make Blade Runner meets Batman. And I was like, dog, please?
That's
'Cause
that's everything I've been hoping for.
hot take, I've been pretty bored with Batman.
I've been pretty bored with DC.
Yeah. We can do a whole thing on Aquaman because I recently watched that.
I was gonna watch it last night and decided against it.
Probably for the best. You know, honestly, the final battle in Dune Part 2, I felt was really quick.
It was quick. I will say specifically the battle between Austin Butler and Timothee Chalamet at the end. I love that.
Went full silence, no music.
Yeah. And it was like for the most part it was like in real time.
Yeah,
which was that's hard to do as actors. Like to have that kind of like level of fighting and like choreography and still be able to pull it off and it not feel fake, you know, like I think that they did a really good job.
You're selling me more on this.
I think like that was one of my favorite parts of the movie because of that.
There was only one moment in the movie where I was bored, and I feel like it's only because I saw Paul and his mom reiterating the same thing over and fucking over again, and it reminded me of Madam Web.
Was it about the juice?
Yeah, I'm just like, God damn it! Like
you need to drink the juice.
Like he needs to drink the juice. You're gonna fucking like.
If you don't drink the juice, you can't become more powerful.
I mean, like Jesus juice over here. She's like threatening fucking like everybody. Like, you need to believe that my son is Alin's
whatever his name is.
Galib Asalan. It's Al Galib Asalan.
It sounds close enough.
He's the chosen one. He's Anakin.
He's asking the person that remembers things the least.
He's the prophecy of the one who bring balance to the Force.
Guy,
you believe it's this boy? It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I fucking closed my eyes and slept for a minute. And then when the next scene came, I was like, oh, okay, we're back. I'm like, dude, your fucking weird mommy complex is too much for me right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
I will say, it's been a while since I watched the original Dune. So, like, going into, I think I watched the original one before I watched the first one. But I was like, not going to watch, I didn't watch the first one, and I didn't watch the original. Because I just wanted to go in and be like, okay, I watched, like, a little recap of the first one. And I don't know. I think that
because the first one's so goddamn boring.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Spend 3 hours.
He said it. He fucking said it.
It is boring. It is, but it's like
you know what?
Going into it, I knew that it was going to be.
I
slow.
wonder how well the first Dune will age, because I feel like it's going to be a Star Trek the Motion Picture thing. Where, like, all these seasons of fucking Star Trek, you know what I'm getting at. All these seasons of Star Trek TV show are like, oh, you know, we fucking put some tinfoil on the string and, like, holy shit, it's gonna kill us. And then they got money to make a movie, and they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're we're just gonna have glory shots.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you watch that movie and there's like 20 minutes of like, and you're like, is this still the credits?
Just jerking off.
Yeah, and it's just still going, and there goes the fucking Enterprise, and it's still going, and it's still going. And it's like, damn, okay. And then all of a sudden, V'ger shows up, and you're like, that's some interesting shit. Why did we spend like 2 hours to get to that? But I feel like that's gonna be a thing. It's like, because I mean, Jesus Christ, it's ironic to me how so many of this generation can only handle clips and snippets of shit.
Yeah.
But like movies are getting longer. Like Beau is Afraid, fucking Killers of Flower Moon, and Dune. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
It's the filmmakers revolting against.
And I'm all for it.
You know?
Because like I love long features, man. If it's something I'm engaged in, I'll watch it all fucking day. And by the end of it, I'm like, oh, that's better than sex. Like I'm drained and shit, you know. But like this one, I'm just like glory shots and white people chicanery. And honestly, the only white people chicanery is Timothee Chalamet.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
Look, man, I'm gonna do a hot take here, and I've been talking about doing this hot take for a while, and we're gonna lose every fan we could possibly have before this even starts. George Lucas perfected Dune when he made Star Wars.
These words didn't come out.
I fucking said it. Here's the thing. Like, I know I'm a dying breed, and I don't give a fuck. I'll die on this hill. Like, Dune's cool and all, but like, George Lucas was like, you know what? I can't make Flash Gordon because the studios won't let me make it. They said it's stupid. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the myth and power of Joseph Campbell. I'm going to take the excitement and popcorn frivolity of Flash Gordon. And I'm going to take all the crazy-ass Bene Gesserit shit along with everything about sand and spice from Dune. And I'm going to put some popcorn on it, some butter. I'm going to fucking spoon feed it to all these depressed Vietnam people. Because that's literally like, we were in a fucking Vietnam depression in the 70s and everything's cynical and mean. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at everything Scorsese did around that time. De Palma, all of them, they're like, you know what, we're all fucked. And George Lucas was like, I made THX 1138. It was depressing as fuck. Here you go, have some dessert. And it was Star Wars. So there's my popcorn of Dune, my dessert of Dune, aka Star Wars. Tusken Raiders fucking rule.
Yeah.
Tusken Freeman.
It is
Freeman
crazy,
Rangers.
like how many things are similar, especially like the whole savior aspect of it. And
I ripped it off. I read it, and Daddy made millions.
I read it.
I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, I love it. It's so good. There's Star Wars shit all over my walls.
Look. I mean, it is different enough, though.
No, it is.
Right? Like he definitely put his own spin on it to where he couldn't get sued.
I mean, he had to, man. He's like, you know what? Instead of the Bene Gesserit, how about the Bene Jedi? Jedi. Fuck it. Let's go. All right. Daddy just made more money. Like, now the mouse owns it.
The Bene Gesserits, like, I feel like at least the majority of them are more on the Sith side of things.
Yeah, dude, they're evil as fuck, man. They're like, we're going to sacrifice
like even his mom.
Everyone for our ways. Yeah, she's fucked up, dude.
She's like, at first, kind of seems like she's gonna be a good.
When she's looking in the hallway and staring at the Freeman there, and she's like talking to her like unborn child, and she's all like, "We'll make them fear him, and they'll love him, and they'll believe in him."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Holy fuckaroni, you look like Carrie White's mom." Jesus Christ, dude, I don't like this. I just rewatched The Mist, and I was like, "Damn, dude, you're scarier than that bitch in the grocery store." Talking about Jesus juice from worm jizz and stuff.
I will say she did really good. Her performance was really good.
Yeah, she's horrifying.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like you want, like, at first you want to love her, but the more she talks, it's just like utter evil.
I never wanted to love her. I was like, damn, man, what the hell?
I wanted his mom to be good. Okay.
All right. So we've gone off the rails enough on this. As a whole hearty meal, what would you say about this, Justin?
Personally, I give it a 4 out of 5 as far as goodness goes. Mm-hmm. I think I do understand your complaints with it.
I mean, it's a good movie.
But it's a very well constructed cinematic movie.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just like, this
edible.
This is a movie.
It's a very long meal.
Yeah. Like you're gorging.
Yeah, like at the end of it, you're just like, oh man, I might have to puke because I ate so much.
So, okay, here's how I feel about the first Dune. It's like you go to that fancy ass restaurant and they're like, hello, would you like some escargot? And you're like, okay, cool. Or you want some caviar? And I'm like, cool. And they give you like one fucking like little bitty tiny fish egg on a giant ass plate. They're like, that'll be $100. And you're like, you taste it, and you're like, that's the most delicious thing I've ever had. Oh fuck, I'm out $100. And that was 100 hours of my life, it felt like.
Yeah.
And you're like, that was delicious and rich, but like, fuck, that was a lot.
But what about the second one?
So the second one, I feel like, you know, like that little boy who goes up, please, sir, can I have some more? And Denis Villanue was like, whoa! And he gave me like a nice chunky cut of salmon that's like crisp and delicious. It's good for you. You like it, taste of it. And every now and then you come upon a chunk that's undercooked and you feel a little sick. And then you pass out when they're talking about worm jizz. And then you wake back up and you're like, oh, okay, cool. They're fighting again. So I would give it like out of like filmmaking precision and greatness, a 4. On a personal level, I'd give it like a 3.5.
So 4.
Sure.
So 4 out of 5. Good meal.
Yeah. It's a
tasty.
It's a good meal, but like I gotta save up every couple years to buy it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not gonna rewatch this one or the first one ever again until the third one comes out.
That's fair. That's fair.
And even then, I may have to section it. Like it's like you're eating
1 hour at a time.
an hour, like 30 minutes at a time, and then I'll have to go out and stare at the sunshine and walk off the fucking richness.
Yeah.
Because Denny just said, you know what? You like salmon, bitch? Have all this butter on it.
It's so tasty.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Bueno movie. So consensus is a 4 for both of us.
4 out of 5.
4 hearty plates out of 5.
What? 4 hearty plates of worm jizz
Out of 5.
out of 5.
With a little bit of butter. See you guys next week. We'll be talking Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters and also possibly
Big Beach.
The Bit Bitch.
Hell yeah.
The
The
Bad
nipples
Bitch.
are hard on that one. Let's go.
See you next time.
Tusken Raiders are more badass. They're all like, oh.
Hold on. What the fuck?